So, Your Excellency, as you can see, pane this weed, the water hyacinth. It's a native of South America. People may have brought it vachisa maponza maruwa. It's got an aesthetic appeal. Yeah. But payakazopinda mu Lake Chivero manje nenyaya the nutrition irimo, it's hypertrophic, high nutrient load. Yakabva proliferator. Saka the reason why iri kuramba ichiwedzera kudai, it's because the nutrients acho ari kuita kuti ikwanise kugenerate. So it generates in two ways. Inogona kubada off asexual reproduction, ichikura yakadaro, or inoita maruva yoita seeds. And seeds ya anogona kumbogara ari dormant, chero akaoma chikaoma chiri kunzo, but mvura ikangouya chete inotanga ku. So problem yayo manje ndeyekuti, as you can see, iri kukloga mabays. It's got an impact on tourism. It's got an impact on vanhu fishing, because you can't cast your nets pakadai. Even warikuita rod and line chayo, you can't cast your rod. And in an impact yekuti iri kukava off kuti ma plants ari pasi. She considered the papazoita death. Then mukaona futi pane that green slimy layer algae. Like algae, ma phytoplankton tunoiti primary production. The same issues are kuti they are high nutrients, ndosaka muri kuona achi ari kubluma. So here anonzi ma algal blooms yayo ane an impact yekuti kuzara kwaakaita pane anenge ari pasi anokurumbidza kufa, akakurumbidza kufa acha decay. Saka iyoyo decaying process iyoyo iri kureduce oxygen level mumvura, ndo patinozoona pakuita ma fish kills ipapo inyaya yeizvozvo.
Kuti mamwe acho haore plastic, for example cans anenge achiuyawo imomo. I think manets vanhu vedu vanongashandisa manets ari synthetic haore anenge arimo. Saka marara ese anobva uko munoona achizoreflecta kuno achiuya kuno. Mamwe acho achiora, mapampas anenge arimo, ndo matambudziko atinenge tichiona kulake in as far as waste management is concerned. Pamarara, Your Excellency, tiri kutarisira kuti national clean up yamakalonja nekufamba kwatiri kuita nayo tine chokwadi chekuti tinowina pamarara. Nokuti tine macompanies akuita kamapo akawanda anoda recycling, saka tinotarisira kuti makena anenge achirecycliwa, plastic inenge ichirecycliwa, saka tinotarisira kuti marara achagadzirwa.
Management yacho
yes
will also benefit cleanliness.
Yes sir. Yes, Your Excellency.
Reducing resources.
Your Excellency, munobviswa marara neparks. Saka marara acho mamwe acho akatobviswa musatauya akaungana pamberi apo kuti muzo wawo. Vane bhoti ravo iro. Bhoti roro ndio rinofamba chicleana marara, mabhoti roro chichi marara acho akatobviswa zvinhu aripo pamusoro apo. Kuti muone dzimwe nhamodzo.
And eventually all the districts pamari dzati chipiwawo dzatinenge tawana.
This place is already well forested, and we are just adding on to the rich ecosystem that is here. So because we are just close to the dam, we are planting indigenous trees to avoid water uptake by other exotic species that would have been planted here. So what we are planting here is an indigenous tree, Unonzi Michechete. This was our tree of the year in 2017. In English, it's called red milkwood. Red milkwood, yes. It's a fruit tree. The best specimen of this tree is the one we found.
Water table. Saka panapa pakanaka chaizvo kuti tinge tichiusima unosurvive zvakanaka because of this. Chikwadi. Chikafu chemhuka dzakawanda zvinobatanidza tsoko, makudo, zvose zvinorara mberi papa.
How did you pick on that one?
Bata vasawira wangu.
Okay.
Reka pamakuma vese vanasawira rugara mumakomo. Vanofanira kuuya kuzodya nevazukuru vedu vanenge vachiuya panapa.
Amen.
Sitenge tarova pasika. nemvuri zvese ya make sure kuti hamuna nyoka inokwira mumutu.
Senior government officials here present. The Chairman of National Parks, Board Management and Staff of Environmental Management Agency, EMA, who are present, esteemed traditional leaders who may be here, representatives of environmental protection partners, members from the media fraternity, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends. It gives me pleasure to officiate this joint national cleanup exercise, Africa Environment Day and the World Wildlife Day and Wangari Maathai Day commemorations. The purpose of these commemorations is to reinforce the importance of the environment to mankind and wildlife. This event also affords us the opportunity to amplify the need to conserve, protect, utilize, and develop the country's natural resources in a sustainable manner. Being the first Friday of the month, these commemorations, which are running under the theme Clean Environment, My Responsibility, coincide with our National Cleanup Day. As government, we value this day, which serves as a quick reminder and an encouragement to all of us to always keep our surroundings clean, including ourselves. The goal of having a clean, safe, and a healthy environment can only be achieved if every individual, enterprise, or organization, both local and national level, concertedly work together. This is everyone's responsibility. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, the Africa Environment Day was designated by the African Union, the AU, to raise awareness of the environmental pressing challenges facing our continent, Africa. By the same token, the African Union adopted a decision calling for the joint celebrations of the African Environment Day and the Wangari Maathai Day in recognition of the internationally renowned Kenyan environmentalist. As Zimbabwe, we join the rest of the continent to reflect on this day and discuss topical environmental issues, which include sustainable waste management practices, environmental protection, aqualife preservation, and how best we can accelerate the development of a green economy. Zimbabwe, like many other countries, face challenges related to climate change and environmental degradation, which now threatens food security and nutrition. In view of this undesirable ecological trend, we must now double our efforts to protect and rehabilitate the environment. To this end, my administration is running a national agroforest program which promotes the extensive planting of trees as we have done today. This is envisaged to have a positive impact on the environment and associated challenges. Equally, communities are said to also benefit from the attendant economic and nutritional value of the program. Comrades, today's theme calls for all citizens to take action and ensure a clean, safe, and healthy environment wherever you stay. Let me reiterate the need for all of us to desist from the culture of littering to prevent the negative consequences which result from the filthy practice of littering. Relatedly, water and environmental pollution are the main hazardous activities which affect human living as well as wildlife and aqualife survival. I strongly warn industrialists and other stakeholders to desist from discharging raw effluent and other pollutants into our water bodies. Litter should not be allowed to accumulate and generate into breeding zones for diseases. Before we came here, we had a briefing where it was exposed to us as leaders how this water, which ought to be blue and clean, has turned green. And the source of that disaster was exposed to us. It is therefore the duty of my administration to address that issue. A clean environment that includes clean air, clean water, land and energy is equally essential for carrying out businesses, creating wealth, and improved quality of life for all our people. I challenge residents, vendors, and the business owners to dispose their waste at designated areas. We cannot live and survive amidst waste. I think we now need to re-examine and interrogate our laws relating to litter. I also exhort the relevant stakeholders to adopt robust waste management systems and modernize their capacity to collect and dispose solid refuse. Contemporary waste management practices, such as waste separation, reusing, recycling, and reduction of waste generated at source should be encouraged. Local authorities, environmental protection partners, and citizens alike should not pay lip service to environmental issues. Let us change our behavior and have a complete mindset shift towards a healthy and a clean environment. Our director of ceremonies said that we should leave this world better than we found it. That is critically important. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the United Nations General Assembly proclaimed March 3rd as World Life Day to celebrate and raise awareness on the significance of the world's fauna and flora. Furthermore, The Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, reiterated the need to raise awareness about the extraordinary diversity of marine life and the crucial importance of marine species to sustainable development. Fisheries and aquaculture play a significant role in socio-economic development. However, the sector faces a number of challenges that include weak governance and institutional capacities, overfishing, poaching, climate change and disasters, human and wildlife conflict, pollution, and habitat degradation. Tatiudzwawo kuti dzimwe hove dzakambe dzirimo dzakupera pamusaka petsvina iri mumumu. Ukavonavo hove dzotambura netsvina dzokomplena hove kuchema netsvina dzongwara kupfuura vanhu hatisodei. We must keep our environment clean. The waste and the dirty that we are fighting has been generated by us, not by the fish, not by wild animals, not by the birds which fly in the sky, but by us, the human beings. We should have the same determination to fight waste in the same determination we have done in creating it for good life for ourselves. So we must develop strategies to make sure we leave this planet better than we found it. I wish to remind all citizens that poaching and discharging of untreated effluent into water bodies are punishable criminal offenses. I know among us there could be poachers or possible poachers, potential poachers. I know among us there could be persons who litter without care, or potential litters among us. May I say to you humbly, let us preserve our water bodies and the aqua life to bequeath them to the next generation. When we were born many years ago, the rivers were very clean. Our forests had wildlife of almost every kind. But as we became more developed, more sophisticated, as the taste of living better lives increased, also our carelessness increased. Let us reverse that culture and promote a new culture of cleanliness wherever we are, wherever we go. In daylight, at night, let us be conscious of cleanliness wherever we are. I urge the users of Lake Chuelo and other water bodies throughout the country to ensure that they are regularly cleaned and protected from all sources of pollution. Equally, let us solve challenges check potential opportunities, priorities and partnerships towards the exploitation of our water bodies in a sustainable manner, and leave these assets given to us by God in the manner we found them. Even better, improve on them and leave a better legacy to the generations who come after us. I challenge those who are running businesses around water bodies to do more to keep them clean and protected. This year's World Life Day is being celebrated under the theme Life Below Water for People and Planet. There is life underwater. There is life on land. We live on land, and we are the people on land who pollute the life in water or underwater. We have no case where the fish have spoiled our land. But we have numerous cases, including today's visible incident of this lake, where we on land have spoiled the life underwater. I do not want to say that we should pray to God and say, Almighty God, you created us on this land, but we are spoiling it. Can you remove us all so that the land becomes clean again? If I did that, I'll also be cleaned. So I will not make that prayer. But I'll urge us all to observe the demands for environmental cleanliness and management. As a country, we reaffirm the intrinsic value of wildlife and its various contributions to ecological, genetic, social, economic, scientific, educational, cultural, recreational development, and general well-being. Meanwhile, my administration recognizes the important role played by the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora in ensuring that international trade does not threaten the survival of identified species.
Zero tolerance to litter. My environment, my pride.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Environment, Tourism and Hospitality Industry.